back to another Fwoosh Weekly. As always, I'm Robo, and this weekend is Toy Fair. Finally. It's the best part of the year, except for San Diego, maybe. New York Comic-Con. But Toy Fair, we get to find out all kinds of new stuff. Yeah, it's exciting. But we're sitting here waiting for pictures, and in my case, I get pictures, and then it's a mad dash to get them up. Up on here, up on the Fwoosh front page. I almost miss out a little bit because I'm just sorting through them so fast. But you know what? I still don't care. I love it. I love this time of year. But that's not for a couple of days. Today, let's talk about some Hasbro, some Bandai, some DC Collectibles, actually. Yeah, I know I don't talk about those much, but yeah, seeing leaked pictures, I do love those. First up, I haven't been following a lot of the other Hasbro stuff. They showed some Nerf guns today. They showed a Poe helmet along the lines of the Stormtrooper helmet, the Shadow Trooper helmet. They even announced a line of 6-inch statues. They'll have bases. The figures will have places to stand on them, but you can take them off. Lights, sound. $50. But all of that, that's not 6-inch action figures. That's what I've been waiting for. And today, just now, actually, on the Star Wars show, they revealed the Star Wars Celebration exclusive Luke Skywalker X-Wing pilot. Now, to me, it looks like the same figure that we got in the first series, the same accessories, but it is on a vintage card, so it does look kind of cool. But to me, I take all my figures out. I play with my figures. I mess with them. Packaging doesn't really matter. It looks cool. It's kind of nostalgic for me because I remember these being on the shelf like this. I will be at Star Wars Celebration. Hopefully I can snag one, but it may be a pain for everybody else. And with all the rumors swirling around the 40th anniversary, what other figures we're getting in this line, will they be vintage carded? Will they come in a big multi-pack? I don't know. We're going to wait for this weekend, see what happens. Now, there was a Japan Sports and Leisure show over the weekend, and Bandai was there, and they actually showed some of their Figuarts model kits from the Dragon Ball Z line. They're still showing the time machine. It's bigger than the Saiyan pod, which I had to cancel because the shipping on it costs more than the actual model. And I haven't went back and picked it up again. But the time machine is looking cool, along with Androids 17 and 18. These look to be the next model kits in the line. I skipped on the last Goku and Vegeta. They were from further on in the series that I haven't actually gotten to yet. They're unfamiliar to me, so I skipped them. And then, of course, I haven't even got to reviewing Kid Buu yet. But the androids, looking very nice. But I know I don't cover a lot of the vehicles, but they showed a 1/144th scale ATST and a Hoth Snowspeeder. It looks like they come together. And those will go nice along with the 1/144th AT-AT, or AT-AT. Pick your poison, whatever you want to call it. All looking nice. It looks like there wasn't any figure models there, so all we know about at this point is Yoda. He's coming up next. Past that, who knows? Now, little news items I like to do really quick, go through them, and then get to the last big item. So, rapid fire. Now, Galactic Trading Post, they produce the Space Walls. They're essentially Death Star walls. They look fantastic behind your Star Wars figures. They're branching out to the classic scale and the 12-inch scale, or the 1/6 scale. They did send out some updates. Their classic scale walls should be available in a few weeks. They're at the factory. They're getting produced. They're waiting for them to come over. These will also be coming with some clips to hold the walls together at both flat and then at corners. So they said those are coming along nice. They also sent an update for their blast doors. Now, these are the 1/12 scale. These are the ones I was waiting for. Now, they've already gotten one shipment in, but they had to refuse a lot of them. They weren't up to par. They weren't up to their standards, so they're getting a rerun. They'll have those in, and they'll get those shipped out as soon as possible. Now, Hasbro did send along promotional images of their new 12-inch Marvel Legends figures. That would be Hulk, and that would be Thor, along with the Deadpool we already knew about. We saw it at San Diego Comic-Con last year, but seeing packaged in promotional shots, very, very cool. Now, the Hulk and Thor were teased in the panel last year at San Diego Comic-Con. We just wasn't sure that it was the 12-inch line. Now, the Hulk is 14.5 inches tall. He comes with interchangeable hands. He comes with an alternate face. While Thor, the two different heads make it look like two complete different figures. It's amazing what they're doing here. And then sometime over the weekend, DC Icons pictures leaked out. Now, these look like the sculpted pictures, the 3D renders. And Blue Beetle and Booster Gold are looking fantastic. I'm going to have to get this 2-pack. I don't buy a lot of the icons. I have Joker, I have Harley, which is an amazing figure, and I have Black Adam, which is pretty cool. Nice sculpt, but kind of small for my needs. Shazam looking just as good as Black Adam. But yeah, Booster and Blue Beetle, Yeah, that may be my next Icons purchase. This came streaming across my Facebook this morning. It looks like the Bandai Figuarts WWE, Undertaker, and Kane will be Soul Web exclusives. Now, I skipped on Stone Cold, I skipped on The Rock. I ended up thinking that they just look too plain. I will get Ed McMahon. I will get Ed McMahon. Ed McMahon? I will get Vince. It's a dude in a suit. It's more dynamic. It's something different for the shelf. But when it comes to Kane, he also has some costume stuff on him. He's got some buckles. I don't know if they'll do that as sculpted stuff. It's kind of hard to tell from this picture. And he's got the mask, the likeness. There's no need for a likeness there. So Kane may be another one I get. I'm still on the fence with these, especially with these exclusive. We'll have to see if Bluefin brings them in. Finally, last week, right after last week's episode, Mezco had their pre-Toy Fair event. This is where they showed their new 112 collective figures. Everything looks great. They made a point to explain that the comic characters, it's their own rendition. They put their own spin on it. It's not exact representations of the comic looks. And that's okay. It's their line. They can do what they want. And a lot of these figures, we're getting plain Jane Marvel Legends figures that look just like the comics. So this being its own offshoot thing, perfectly fine. But this week they also sent along promotional pictures including all their accessories, which is even cooler. First up, Doctor Strange. He comes with some magic effects. He comes with alternate hands. And for this one, I'll say there's the action stand. It has a post up. It can move all around. Most of the figures include that. And I'm liking Doctor Strange. The cloth covering, it's very Doctor Strangey. And with his cape and all, this is the perfect format for Doctor Strange because of how much cloth, bunchy sleeves and everything. Next up is Darkseid. He comes with Omega beams. He comes with several sets of hands. He comes with a mother box, and he comes with 3 faces. Now I say faces because he has a light up feature up in the head, and it is self-contained. No batteries, no wires coming up from the rest of the body. Everything's in there. So to change out the faces, it's just a face plate. You pull the front of it off, you put the other one on, the eyes light up. I'm not sure if the Omega beams stick into the eyes or if they're just supposed to float somewhere. Not exact representation, but when I pictured Darkseid, I can picture him looking like this. Now, movie Wonder Woman, I have heard people say that her head's off kilter with the rest of her body. Mezco has said that these are just promotional images, and they would continue tweaking things here and there, perfecting it. That's why some of the release dates have been pushed back. It's to make things better. So yeah, if it's making things better, I'm all good with pushing dates. Wonder Woman comes with hands, her sword, her shield, her lasso. Now from Dawn of the Dead, we have the plaid shirt zombie and we have Flyboy. Now between the two, it looks like the only accessory is a pistol, which is kind of pushing it. If these are $75, $80, I don't see the value that is seen in the rest of the figures that come with a shitload of accessories. Next up is Netflix Daredevil. He comes with several sets of hands, an alternate face, and his billy clubs. I'm really liking this too. I think the live action characters is where this line is going to shine because the clothing isn't comic book style. It's an actual person wearing an actual costume, and that may shrink down better to this scale than the comic book characters do. Then there's Wolverine. Now this character, this is the one I'm seeing the most of people either loving it or hating it. There's no in between here. People may hate the shoulder pads, the boxer briefs on the outside. It may not be your thing, but the people who do collect this line, people that are okay with diverging from the comic look, yeah, I think they're loving this figure. He comes with a katana. Everybody knows my thoughts on coming with a sword. It's just more blades, but at least this is comic accurate. This is the blade that can kill him, if I remember right. It's been a long time. He comes with several sets of hands, blades in, blades out, and I'm kind of liking it, but I'm kind of not liking it. How I said there's either love or hate, I'm somewhere in here. I could go either way, I think. Ascending Knight Batman. Everybody was kind of confused. Everybody thought this would be the first appearance Batman. They wanted the purple gloves and everything, but Mezco has come out and said that this is their rendition of an early career Batman. Nothing wrong with that. Looks techy, looks a little bit unfinished. They've said that they're going to make a trilogy of figures. I'm just saying trilogy because that's what I'm used to. When it comes to Batman, it's always a trilogy. They will be doing a pinnacle of career Batman where he's on top of his game, and then they'll be doing an old Batman. So that's going to be interesting to see, and it's going to be interesting to see what they all look like together. He does come with an unmasked head, several hands, lots of gadgets. If this is going to be along the lines of $75, $80, then this is worth it. Zombies, not so much. I keep going back to the zombies because they don't have anything. while Batman comes with a lot of stuff. Next up is Ash from Evil Dead. He comes with two different heads. One's looking all very Bruce Campbell. The other one's kind of stoic. He comes with the chainsaw hand. He comes with a dead-eyed head and hand. He comes with his boomstick and a holster for it, and then a couple of extra hands. Again, it's a real-life character with real-life clothes. We know what he looks like, just scaled down. So the bunchiness of the clothes doesn't bother me as much here as it would on a comic book character. Classic Iron Man. I really like the look of this because we don't have that definitive classic Iron Man yet. And while this isn't it, because Mezco added all kinds of tech details, again, diverging into their own thing, they're throwing their own spin on it. It's nostalgic, but it's updated. It's like an astonishing X-Men version of Iron Man. Looks like the mask pulls up. He has blasts for his hands, he has blasts for his feet, he has blasts for his chest. He's even got the hip discs. You can change them out, and then there's rockets firing out of it. And then a firing rocket, along with the stand, along with that. So, yeah, a lot of stuff with this Iron Man. Again, they're pulling at me. They're trying to draw me in, and I'm not quite ready to go that far with it. And then finally, the one that may get me, and I know I say this every time, like with the Deadpool, it may get me. I still haven't stepped into the 112 collective yet. I'm leery. It's expensive. I don't want to get caught up in it and have to get everything. Yeah, it's been tough, but Papa may do it. And everybody's making fun of me for this, and I don't know why. And I can understand people not liking Popeye, but he's such a classic cartoon character, and Mezco did such a good job here, to the point where it's almost damn scary to look at. I may have to take the plunge with this one. And I say scary because it's the actual cartoon brought into life. He's got the jaw, he's got the pipe, he has the crushed can of spinach, he has the compass and the telescope. This could have went totally wrong, and at least I feel they went totally right with this. So there you go, me rambling about this week's news. And there's going to be a lot more with Toy Fair this weekend, and that's not even mentioning that Japan's Wonder Festival starts Sunday. So we'll go straight from Toy Fair, not even ending yet, into a bunch of Japanese news. And I would have put a link at the first for the t-shirts, but YouTube has screwed up all their annotations. So the link to the t-shirts is going to be at the end here, right after I say my spiel, my ending thing. So if you enjoyed this Fwoosh Weekly, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on Fwoosh.